Hello students, now we are going to discuss the topic heat and its measurement. Here, heat, how do we know any object or any substance is hot or cool? So, for knowing the object whether it is heat or cool, there is a measurement. So, here temperature is a measure of degree of hotness or coldness of any object. So, temperature is a measurement for measuring the degree of hotness or coolness of any object, whether it is cool or hot. So, this temperature, it is measured by using an instrument, thermometer. Thermometer is the instrument for measuring the temperature. So, this thermometer works on the principle of thermal expansion. It works on the principle of thermal expansion. So, thermal expansion is the matter expands on heating. The matter expands on heating and contracts on cooling. Contracts on cooling. So, thermometer works on the principle of thermal expansion. So, the matter expands on heating and contracts on cooling. So, in this thermometer, two different liquids are used. They are mercury and alcohol. These two are the liquids used in the thermometer. So here mercury, it is used in the thermometer as a liquid because of its uniform expansion on heating. Because of uniform expansion on heating, and the liquid is opaque and it is shiny in nature, and it does not stick to the walls. It does not stick to the walls, and it is a good conductor of heat. It's a good conductor of heat, and hence it is easily available. It is easily available. So, these are the properties of the mercury. And alcohol, it can record very low temperatures. Its expansion per degree is also more, very large, and it is colored brightly and easily visible. So, these are the properties of alcohol. Next. So, now we will see the scales of temperature. So, there are 3 units of temperature. There are 3 units of temperature. One is degrees Celsius and Fahrenheit and Kelvin. These are the 3 scales or units of temperature. So, Celsius scale, it is a commonly used scale. Here in this scale you can find from 0 to 100 divisions. Each part is of 1 degree Celsius. This was devised by Anders Celsius. This was devised by the scientist Anders Celsius. Here, these two fixed points, 0 and 100. So, here 0 is the melting point of water, melting point of ice is 0 degrees Celsius, and boiling point of water, it is 100 degrees Celsius. 100 degrees Celsius. next scale is Fahrenheit. Fahrenheit scale. This was devised by the scientist Gabriel Fahrenheit, and on this scale the melting point of pure water, it is 32 degrees Fahrenheit. The melting point of pure water, it is 32 degrees Fahrenheit, and the boiling point is 212 degrees Fahrenheit. 212 degrees Fahrenheit. So on this scale, the interval between the 2 points, it is 180. From 32 to 212, it is of 180 parts or 180 divisions. They are equal parts. This is the Fahrenheit scale. Next is the Kelvin scale. This was invented by Lord Kelvin. Lord Kelvin. Here, this Kelvin is the SI unit. It is the SI unit of temperature. On this scale, the melting point of water is 273 Kelvin. Melting point is 273 Kelvin, and the boiling point, it is 373 Kelvin. 373 Kelvin. So Kelvin is the SI unit for temperature. Next, we'll see how these three scales can be interconverted. So here you can see this equation: Celsius scale, Fahrenheit scale, and Kelvin scale. So in Celsius there are 100 units or divisions, and in Fahrenheit it is 180, and in Kelvin it is 100. So from this equation, the temperature scales, the temperature can be easily converted from one scale to another scale. So here, when you observe Celsius scale, if it is given, we can find out the Fahrenheit, and if it is given in Fahrenheit, we can convert it into Celsius or Kelvin. Anything, one can be interconverted using this equation. So one example I'll show you. So for example, if it is for example 59 degrees Fahrenheit, convert it into degrees Celsius. Then C, that is Celsius, is equal to F minus 32 by 180 into 100. So 0 0 cancel, 2 5s, 2 9s. So C is equal to 5 by 9 F minus 32. So here C is, we have to calculate 5 by 9, and F they have given as 59 degrees Fahrenheit, 59 minus 32. So C is equal to 5 by 9, and here 59 minus 32, it is 27, 7, 9 ones, 9 threes. So 5 into 3, 15. 15 degrees Celsius. So in this manner we can convert from one scale temperature to the other scale. Now we'll see the types of thermometers. The doctor uses the clinical thermometer. Here in this clinical thermometer, it starts from 35 degrees Celsius to 42 degrees Celsius. So this is the range of the clinical thermometer, where the human body temperature, normal human body temperature, it is 37 degrees Celsius. When we measure in the Celsius scale, normal human body temperature, it is 37 degrees Celsius, or when we say in the Fahrenheit scale, it is 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit. So In Celsius, it is 37 degrees Celsius, and in Fahrenheit, human body temperature 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit. So this is the normal human body temperature. So clinical thermometer, it is starts from 35 to 42 degrees Celsius. And the important feature of this clinical thermometer is, when you observe the thermometer, a glass tube, and inside the glass tube is the capillary, where there will be a kink, a constriction in the capillary tube will be there. In this bulb, the mercury will be filled up, and this kink, this is called as the kink or constriction. Here, this kink prevents the mercury from falling back. To read the temperature of any body or any person, this kink helps to read it. When the mercury expands while recording the temperature, this kink does not allow the mercury to fall back. If you want to read again the temperature of any other person, we should need to give a jerk before taking the reading of another person. So by jerking, the mercury will come back to the original position, that it comes back to the mercury bulb. Again we can record the temperature of the other person. Next thermometer is laboratory thermometer. Second one, laboratory thermometer, where here it starts from -10 to 110 degrees Celsius we can record. Next, 6S maximum minimum thermometer for measuring the temperature of the surroundings. 6S maximum minimum thermometer. Next we will see heat. Heat is a form of energy which gets converted into one form to another form. It does not remain in one form. It keeps on changing from one form to another form, and it flows from high concentration or high temperature body to the low temperature body till the equilibrium is attained. So heat is a form of energy. Next is the topic climate, where if the same weather reoccurs periodically at a place, it is considered as climate at that place. So in the weather report, you can see the sunrise, sunset, rainfall, winds, and the sky, like this. These are called as the weather aspects. Next, we'll see some of the instrument by which we can use to record. So here firstly, we know for recording the temperature, the instrument used is thermometer, and for recording the speed and direction of the wind, we use anemometer. Anemometer is used for recording the speed and direction of the wind. And for measuring the rainfall, it is rain gauge. It can also be called as anthrometer, eudometer, or pulvinometer. Usually the rainfall, it is measured in millimeters or centimeters. Next, humidity. The quantity, what is humidity? Humidity is the quantity of moisture in the air is called as humidity. So it is measured by using the instrument hydrometer. So in this manner we can record. Okay children, thank you.